Today's globe spins within an invisible network built and maintained by the United States of America. It is our Defense Communication System, DCS, and it allows Washington and the Defense Department constant and immediate contact with armed forces installations all over the world. Strategic in nature, the DCS also overlaps into the tactical communications picture. And of primary importance today, of course, is its tie-in with military communications networks in South Vietnam. In Vietnam, military radio connections with the outside world, links to Bangkok, Okinawa, and the Philippines are channeled through Army radio systems. These radio systems are located within the hub of all military communications in Vietnam, and that hub, very logically, is Saigon. These antenna towers, a short distance from downtown Saigon, pinpoint Phu Lam, the largest communications complex in the Republic of Vietnam. Its security maintained by both United States and Vietnamese troops. Phu Lam serves all major commands in the Saigon area. High-frequency radios, each offering 4 voice frequency channels, maintain 24-hour contact with overseas and out-of-country stations. 3 powerful transmitters, 8,000 watts to the Philippines, 10,000 watts to Bangkok, 30,000 watts to Okinawa, are part of Phu Lam's primary equipment, and additional transmitters stand by for backup. Saigon, the hub of all communications, is still only that, the hub. Of equal importance, the wheel. In-country networks, both strategic and tactical, carrying vital telephone and teletype traffic. To create such networks, a terrain abundant with natural obstacles had to be electronically outwitted. To understand the unique communications problem faced in Vietnam, examine this profile view of some Vietnamese terrain, which very roughly approximates that between Saigon and Nha Trang. In conventional warfare, our forces might have advanced from point A to point B. Once at B, they would control everything behind them. Signal units could set up line of sight radios on mountain tops and link the 2 points. But Vietnam is different. We might have units at points A and B, and yet not control the land between. Thus, line of sight radio equipment could not span A to B, because we could not secure that many sites without an excessive investment of men and material. The solution? Here. Signals bounced off the troposphere by tropospheric scatter radio systems. These systems have greater range than line of sight equipment, and unlike high-frequency radio with its channel limitations, they can offer as many as 72 channels of communication. Long-range tropospheric scatter radio systems are vital components of the backbone network. The integrated wide-band communication system, now shown on the map. Their space-spanning capability allows the system to net with Thailand. The backbone system is controlled by the Defense Communications Agency and operated by the Regional Communications Group of the Strategic Communications Command's 1st Signal Brigade, with the help of contractor technicians. And again, the Saigon area is the focal point. Here at Phu Lam, we can take a close look at one type of radio system used in the backbone network, the Mark 85. Housed in air-conditioned vans, it is officially a mobile tropospheric scatter radio terminal, and there are 85s in several Vietnamese cities. The radio is completely self-contained, with patching facilities, multiplexing components, receivers, transmitters, modulators, amplifiers, and generators. This particular system provides 72 channels of communication. The Mark 85 has 2 antennas, each a huge billboard, capable of receiving and transmitting. This is one of the Army's long-distance switchboards in Saigon. Their average volume, 15 to 17,000 calls per day. The Army telephone system in the Saigon area, larger than many serving some American cities, is growing daily. More sophisticated facilities and switchboards are constantly being installed. This style central office, for example, now serves U.S. Army headquarters in Saigon. Improvements far beyond the planning stage will soon multiply the number of telephone lines available and convert them to faster, more efficient direct dialing. Teletype communications are equally sophisticated. 1,200 words per minute. That is the speed at which this automatic multiple address and refile system cuts duplicate message tapes. This is a tape relay facility, one of the major installations of its kind in Vietnam. Completely modern in its equipment and methods of operation, it interconnects with other stations and relays to form a network that offers fast, efficient teletype services to the military. Data contained on cards detailing requirements for men, money, and material are transmitted with the speed and accuracy that only electronics can offer. The result is delivery of replacements, pay, and supplies to the critical place at the critical time. The contribution to combat effectiveness, important today, will be even greater tomorrow. In the future, approximately 20 data installations processing cards at rates up to 200 per minute will continue to ensure rapid response to the needs of our troops, as well as timely information to planners at all levels. This MSC-44 satellite tracking station adds still another dimension, another degree of sophistication. When it became operational in mid-1966, Saigon was provided with additional reserve ties to Hawaii and Thailand. And via SYNCOM-2, a direct connection with a major worldwide STRATCOM satellite communications base located in Asmara, Ethiopia. Communications, they must be established. They must also be maintained. What keeps this giant complex, the most sophisticated communications network that ever existed in a combat theater, operational, functional, on the air? The answer in the technical control facility, receiving quick notification of circuit failure anywhere in the country, and contributing to the equally quick, responsive actions that follow. Specialists, technicians, doing tedious work under difficult conditions and doing it well. Men with responsibilities ranging from the very simple adjustment to the very complex junction through which they must maintain a smooth, organized flow of traffic. They are all essential, all part of the total picture, whether they work in areas where the pressure is constant or in isolated sites where the greatest occupational hazard is monotony. Adding even further dimension to the integrated wideband communications system is the construction which is now in progress and which will continue. With the help of the workers of several allied nations, the engineering and manufacturing skills of the American electronics industry, the officers and men of Stratcom, the 1st Signal Brigade, and other signal units serving in Southeast Asia. United States Army Communications Vietnam will remain as modern, as reliable, and as sophisticated as is scientifically and humanly possible.